So some people from here made a decision within themselves, not part of the Occupy Boston.
It was an autonomous decision.
By
a few group of people that were not Occupy Boston officials or were not officially involved with the group. They decided to move the encampment over to the
Move their hunk of the encampment?
Yeah, move their tents, move their stuff to the Rose Kennedy Parkway.
Yeah.
So that was a personal choice by them to move over to there, and then more people joined them, and then a bunch of people from Occupy Boston made their way over there, and then that's when Mayor Menino said this encampment has to be shut down by midnight, and that's when people really started rallying, saying, even though this was an autonomous decision by individuals, we're going to support them as a group, and see how... Yep, we took a group, we had a general assembly.
It was 2 hours, and it was more than 80%. They said 80%,
yep,
but I thought it was more. Maybe a couple of people left.
And so...
Yep, I was part of the data transaction and planning.
I'm facing criminal charges.
What did they charge you with?
They charged me with unlawful assembly and trespassing.
Unlawful assembly.
Unlawful assembly and trespassing. I got arraigned. I have to go back to court.
I understand disturbing the peace is a charge, but unlawful assembly sounds awful anti-First Amendment.
The Constitution point right up there. It's in the Constitution. We are allowed and entitled to, but we should assemble if we have reason.
But what I don't understand is, they arrested you guys when you did what? Plant tents in front of the bridge? How does it...
No, they arrested us for setting up in that next section of park down there.
Oh, past this tower here. Okay, yeah. And...
So why is it okay to be here and not there?
Mayor Menino gave us specific permission to be
he did.
this one, yeah, but not the Rose Kennedy Parkway.
And actually, the permission came from the Greenway, the Rose Kennedy...
The Greenway Authority, the people who are responsible for this track.
And
Mass Dot, actually, I think.
And the director of the Greenway actually spoke at our General Assembly, and it had a lot to do with they put money into fixing that park up that they have not put into fixing this park up yet. That money, while it's supposed to be private funds, $26 million has come from the city. The city gave this land to the Greenway in order to have it because they couldn't afford to keep it up. So they said...
Good old privatization.
And yet it's still $26 million came from the city.
Taxpayer money, yeah.
And the reason they didn't want us to be there is because they put money into fixing it already, and it will be more expensive for them to fix it afterwards.
Yes, we were damaging grass and damaging bushes.
So it wasn't malicious destruction of property, it was unlawful assembly.
Yes,
okay.
Assembly is the criminal charge.
The folks who went to Charlestown, there weren't mass arrests there?
There was one arrest.
One arrest, all right, but not mad. It wasn't like this thing here where they were hauling off like 100 people. Yeah.
Are you happy to?
We're all on camera today. Yeah. I'm having a wild hair day.
I used to work at the Joslin.
We work in what?
I worked at the Joslin.
At the Joslin, yeah. I have a job at 2. I have to bike back there, but in between jobs I was like, check this place out.
I built the EMR, the electronic medical record system at the Joslin. The company that sold us the software to which built it bought code that I wrote.
And now it's theirs, and they made millions off it, right?
The Joslin, they did. They made a whole new software update because the Joslin asked me to do something that the software company said was impossible. I did it. They bought it for a significant amount of money, and that's okay because they use it for what they need to do. I'm type 1 diabetic, and I support what the Joslin does, and it's okay that I didn't see a cent of that money. What I'm not okay with is, even though I did the impossible for this software company, have a whole new version of their software was produced to include the code that I wrote. Because I don't have a degree, they would not hire me.
But because you don't have a degree?
Because I don't have a degree. Even though
Are you jobless?
I am.
Yeah, okay.
Because I don't have a degree, the software company that needed me to explain my code that I wrote for them would not hire me. That's part of why I'm here.
Yeah. It sounds an awful lot like the stories I hear about Bill Gates. Same sort of thing. But Yeah, this is definitely more animated than a week ago. I came down here a week ago. It was nice, and people were saying the cops rock, and I was like, yeah, we'll see how long that lasts.
I got here a week ago, having heard mostly about what had been going on in New York, and was very surprised. The peace and the security that we've had here up until the other night is fantastic. And I think this is equally as important as the struggles that are going on down there, and we can have a more inclusive discussion with the relative safety and luxury that we have here, but we need to be prepared for that to change.
Yeah, good point. Oh, let's see. The First Amendment to the Constitution. Thank you. Don't know if it can be read, but Congress shall make no law abridging the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances, nor shall the state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Yeah, the property thing is pretty key, isn't it? Alright, so this is definitely more active. You can see inside more. It's attracting a lot of attention.
I don't want to go to jail, you know what I mean? Like, just on a record. Yeah. Well, and then they said, like, the best that would happen would be on probation for 6 months. I smoke pot. I don't want that to happen. So I'm like, that sucks. And they say $50 every month.